thank you to everybody for coming back from lunch for something about metadata. Actually, that's why I made Todd retitle these talks Successful Data Sharing. Metadata is only one part. Let's see, forward. Okay, this is a general overview of what I'm going to cover today. Hopefully it's going to fit well in the time that we've got. Todd asked me to make my slides kind of verbose so that a lot of text is in the slides so that they can be referenced afterwards. So there's a lot of text and links in the slides. I'll try not to read everything verbatim. I just want you also to know that in addition to sometimes having links in the slides themselves, there are times when some topics could lead to a whole other presentation. And when that's the case, usually that other presentation exists somewhere out there, and I've put it in a blue box. So just be aware that that's sort of how the slides are structured. So in general, we're going to cover, if you're interested in this topic of data sharing, why should you be paying attention a little bit to metadata? How can you get it to work for you? How does it work in this sort of sharing and publishing environment? And if you do it already at your organization, maybe you're all set, but maybe you're here because you're from an organization you're interested in doing more sharing. So we'll talk about how you might go about implementing that at your organization, what's available to you from a software perspective, and how to connect to wider communities. So, I should be pointing over here.
Doesn't matter.
All right. So you want to share your data. When you start to go down this road, you start to have to think about all kinds of things you may not have had to think about before. I put up 3 questions here that probably nobody can answer yes to all of them. They might be able to answer yes to some of them, but not to all of them. And the reason this is important is that if you can't answer yes to all of these, particularly, will you always be around to answer questions question? Then you know that whatever you do to build, to share your data out needs to work when you're not around. And hopefully it needs to work for your users in such a way that even with you not around, they can hopefully stumble through and find information that's relevant to them from your community.